gnarly, oh Jesus, snow burn. Well, here I am, getting ready for another hike. I like my look. Got my old through hiking shirt on. I got some short shorts on, sunglasses, rock flag and hike hat. But it's Memorial Day weekend. I think I need something a little bit more flashy. Oh yeah, this is better. America, fuck yeah! All right, like I said, I am about to go on another hike. I think this is going to be a pretty good episode of Rock Flag and Hike. There will be no failure on this one. I am at the Lake Lana trailhead in the Olympics, near where Mount Eleanor is. I'm going to attempt a summit of the Brothers, which I've been looking at for a while. The whole trip is about 16 miles out and back. The Brothers peaks out at about 6,500 feet. I'm just hiking up to a base camp today, and then I'll summit in the morning tomorrow, probably around sunrise again. But since this is an extended weekend, I want to do some more adventures. So after I get done with this, I'm going to drive out to the coast. I'm going to hike up the coast on the PNT and see if I can't get a spot at Mosquito Creek. If you've seen any of my other previous videos, last time I attempted on New Year's, I failed to get out there because I couldn't get through because of the high tide. Not this time. Pretty sure I'll be all right with it. Anyways, there is a bathroom here at the trailhead, so I'm definitely going to take advantage of that, like I should have for Mount Adams. And I should be able to sleep good tonight because I got some different gear. I returned that tent that I got that I had such a problem with. I ended up getting a bivy, the outdoor research helium bivy. So that'll be fun to try out. Never slept in a bivy before, but I am going to be using a bivy and tarp setup on the Sierra High Route this summer. So this is some good practice. Anyways, enough of this sit in the car bullshit. Let's get hiking. Standard hiking gear. Boots? Nope, I got trail runners. I am bringing my ice axe. Nope, don't got rope. Nope, no helmet. The trail should be pretty cruisy heading up to Lana Lake Lana, something like that. Seen a lot of people so far. Always a good time. As you can see, I have my ice axe with me. I would not be surprised if getting up there tomorrow towards the summit, which is the last couple thousand, super steep, but I just won't need it. But trying to learn from my past mistakes. Beautiful day, super green. Got my short shorts on, like I said. I am loving it. A year ago, I was in the Sierra. I was heading towards Mount Whitney. I summited Mount Whitney on Memorial Day. Had it all to myself. That was kind of amazing. Not a soul around. I didn't see anybody for a long time. A good portion of the Sierra. But it's interesting, the further and further away I get in terms of time from doing my thru hikes last year, the more when I think back on it, I'm just like, how did I do that? How was that even possible? I really like to walk. I mean, I like this. This is why I'm doing this. But yeah, a year ago, I was over 2,000 miles of hiking under my belt, and still plenty of crazy adventure to come. And even then, if I would have thought about where I would have been in the future, would not be here. Did not think I'd be living in Seattle Although I did know I'd be doing more adventurous things, but life is grand. Do you know what to do with your poop? Not this. You gotta bury your poop. Speaking of poop, I've seen a lot of doggy bag, poop bags along the trail. I like to think that people leave it there as they're going up so that when they come back they get it, but I got a feeling that that's not the case. It's like, why put the poop in a bag and then just leave it? It is what it is.
Yeah, but good, how y'all doing? Great. Life is good. How's that?
So I mentioned that I got the new Platypus Quickdraw water filter, like the Sawyer Squeeze, but it's supposed to have an equal, if not better, flow rate. I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm excited to be able to see how it is. It's got a good form factor. It's a little bit, this is like rubbery. It's not so plasticky like the Sawyers are. But when you look inside it, I don't know if you can see it, you can see the fibers. It's got this permanent cap on it, and you can see the fibers in there. It's really interesting to see how that works. There's another cap that actually goes on the bottom of this when you're storing it, which is nice. But yeah, let's see what we're dealing with here. Pretty clear water. Screw it on, fits on just like Sawyer. I think the flow rate might actually be a little bit slower, but I feel like it's pouring out more water. Yeah, you definitely have to squeeze a little bit harder to filter it. Not much. Be curious to see how it works in the long run, though. If it stays like that for a long period of time, and I believe you back flush it just like the squeeze to clean it out. So, hey, if it works, we got ourselves a winner. One more thing that I just noticed, which is actually a huge advantage that the platypus one thing that I just noticed that's really, really advantageous to the platypus filter is that it doesn't have a stupid O-ring that can pop out. Now the Sawyer Squeeze, my biggest complaint, and I actually talked about this way like one of my first videos, was about replacing the existing O-ring with a rubber gasket because it deformed. Now I figured out how to kind of take care of that. Was, you know, you really cannot squeeze, or you cannot twist the squeeze too tight onto the smart water bottle. That's what causes it to deform the gasket that they provide and fail. Now they do say, you know, don't over tighten, so that's user error, and I've admitted that before. But if you lose that thing, and it's very easy to pop out, your water filter is pretty much fucked. But Platypus does not have that issue, and that's amazing. There is an O-ring around the side, but that's only for the cap that goes over it, to keep it waterproof. And I guess now that I'm looking at it more, so if you have a Sawyer squeeze and you need to sleep with it because it's freezing, you have to put it in a plastic bag or some other watertight container, otherwise the water inside will come out over time, it'll dribble out. But with this, because you have the cap, and then you can screw on this cap, and this is watertight because of the gasket, it doesn't matter. So, Platypus, you might be onto something. Welcome to base camp. Just made it here in about 3.5 hours. Not bad. Nice little hike. And then, can't see it yet, but it's that way. It's where the trail goes. But first night with a bivvy, first night ever sleeping in a bivvy. I think it's gonna be interesting. So, time to go to sleep. It's gonna be an early morning. Rise and grind. About 4:45 a.m. I slept fantastic. This bivvy really worked out. Well, what's for breakfast this morning, you're wondering? Well, it's a nice conflagration of Starbucks Via. Gotta have that caffeine. Protein powder and the tried and true Carnation instant breakfast. I'm trying to come up with a more calorie intense mix. This does not work out very well, but it'll work. I get to start my morning off just the way I like it. Bushwhacking. There's no clear indication of where the trail goes, so I'm just trying to follow some old footprints in the snow. Not always the best way to go about finding the route. I know generally what directions to go, but you know, I don't like to bushwhack. I don't like to bushwhack at 5 o'clock in the morning either. And I did fall through some snow and busted my shin really bad. So injury number 1. That's awesome. Good way to start the day. Whew. They have put up nice markers up occasionally to be able to track your way through. It's pretty helpful. Again, no defined trail. Part of the adventure. I don't mind that so much, really. I complain about bushwhacking, but it's really not that bad. It's cutting through branches and overhanging limbs and things like that that I hate. If the Super Sierra High route was forested and route finding, it would not be attractive to me. But because it's above tree line and all that good stuff, mostly, that's appealing. That's fun. And the views. Ooh, a tent. I came across some other climbers. They're just getting out. I was like trying to find out where the trail goes, and one of them was like, "Hey, you want a tip?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like, "See that exploded tree over there? Yeah, keep following that up." So I guess we're navigating by exploded trees. I'm also traveling super light. I have my usual front pouch, my food bag. It's carrying a lot of other stuff. It's from Thrupack. Fantastic cottage company. In all my other hiking videos, I had a smaller one that lasted for thousands and thousands of miles through the PNT, AT, PCT, other side hikes. The zipper broke on the PCT actually, so I decided it's time to get a new one. So I got a DCF one. It's bigger. It's like 2.5 liters. Then I have this nice running vest
that I've had. Oh man, I'm 35. It's at least 20 years old. It might be 22 years old, but it's only now starting to really get its use. But I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger. But it makes going up the hill a lot easier. And again, fixing the mistakes, learning from the mistakes on Adams in terms of just having the right gear for the right situation makes a big difference. So, sun is coming up. Not really too many views yet to get on camera, but it's supposed to open up pretty soon here. As Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. The route coming up goes through something called the hourglass. I mean, whenever something has a name on a route, like Razor Ridge, or you know, Pearly Gates, Asgard Pass, something like that, you know it's gonna be something memorable as opposed to some no-name passageway. So slow going through here, but chose the right gear for this. The temperatures are really nice. You know, I got short sleeves, but I got a vest on, and a pair of my Patagucci running pants, which are pretty lightweight and just the right material for this. It's pretty cool. I can see Rainier, Adams, and Helen off in the distance. And I even have cell service, which is wild. But it's great. This is fun. Taking it, I say nice and slow, but it's really probably the correct speed to go up something like this. You know, 'cause it's not about how fast you can get up. Really, I mean, whatever your goals are. I just don't want to be exhausted, you know? I want to enjoy my time. So close to the top. This is amazing. I love it. You get over the edge and you just have just wild wilderness behind you. Whew, what a climb. This is steep. It's good.
Welcome to the summit of the Brothers. Over 6,500 feet. Woo!
Well, put that one in the books. The Brothers. Second peak bagged. Wow. That was rugged coming up. Holy shit. Ah. Worth it for the views. Worth it for the climb. Just amazing. I can see Mount Baker, the Cascade Range. I can see Seattle out there. Of course, Rainier, Hood, Helens, Adams. Actually, scratch Hood. That's not included in this picture. Whoa! Hey, stay away! Hey, hey! Go, stay away! Go! Hey now! Hey now! Hey goat. Sneaky bastard. How you doing? Hi now. Oh boy. It's okay. Oh, it's a baby goat. It's okay. Wow. As soon as I turned around, I saw the goat there. I was like, no, you're gonna take my food or my pack. Oh. Like all good summits, they must come to an end, and I must say goodbye to my goat friend. Kind of making me a little bit nervous. I don't know how friendly goats are. I know that there were goats in the Olympics that killed people, but then they took them off. That was over at Hurricane Ridge. That was like 2019, and they put them in the Cascades. They're not native to the Olympics, I think. But, damn, that is some crazy wildlife. Just chilling up here. Okay, time to head on down. It's about 9 o'clock. Took me longer than I thought it would to get up here. It's okay, I got plenty of time. It's a perfect day out. Just beautiful. Perfect weather, short sleeves, hardly any wind. Just me and the goats. Just had my first uncontrolled descent up that way. That was scary. Glad I got it out of my system. But it's about to film glissading down, and I slipped, and then the camera popped off my head. Got this gnarly, oh Jesus, snow burn, both elbows, my fingers. Supposed to come down that way, and I came down that way, but I'm gonna go back down the chute that I came. Not fun. Not fun. Sort of, type 2 fun. Dangerous. I survived, that's why it's fun. be the end of that one. Do you know how long it took me to hike up that? Well, you saw part of it. 2 hours. Did that in like 5 minutes. My butt is totally numb. Oh, wow. I'd be surprised if the pants aren't ripped. That was awesome. Whew. Out of the snow. But this might change up my plans for the rest of today. It burns, it hurts. Oh, that's gnarly though. It looks worse than it is. It's just a burn. Man, that's gonna be a nasty scab. This great little battle scar. It took me 4 hours to get up, a little over 4 hours to get up. It took me an hour and a half to get down, including that epic 3.5 minute montage. It's not a montage. That epic 3-minute clip of me glissading further than I've ever glissaded before. That probably took me 45 minutes to get up. So, you know, it's nice when you can let gravity do the work. But I've learned something today, and you know, on the way up, you really only have one speed. It's your speed. On the way down, you got 2 speeds. You got your speed, and then you got gravity speed. And luckily, you know, I've never had to do, you know, use my ice axe like that before. I've watched videos, so like, I knew basically what to do. So when it happened, it was kind of instinct, but it's still, you know, pretty scary. But lesson learned. Like I said, glad I had a chance to do it, and turned out all right, even with the big scratch in my arm. So now I'm heading back out. Just curious to how long it's going to take. You know, let's see, it took me 3 hours. I don't know, I think it'll probably take me about 3 hours to get back, but it's all downhill, so it's definitely faster. I am not sure if I'm going to go to the coast or not because of my arm. I definitely am not going to go back home. This adventure is not over yet. I may just, you know, find a Forest Service road and do some glamping. Just relax tonight. Could be fun. Either way, it'll be fun. I think that wraps it up for this episode of Rock Flag and Hike. That was bonkers. I was originally going to go to the coast to finish things off. It's not going to happen. I had to bandage up my arm, and it's feeling fine. I just didn't want to drive out there and then hike further, and so I'm just back up in the mountains on the road that goes up to Mount Eleanor. Just posted up. Got some logs that I can burn, and some food, and some beer, and you know, I wish I made an error in my planning. Even though I have the awesome rooftop tent, I don't keep the ladder in my car, so I can't stay in it tonight. So I'm just gonna roll out the bivvy and sleep in that. But all around, that was a very gratifying episode. The next episode will be the enchantments, and possibly a summit attempt of Adams again. We'll see. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely the enchantments. That's going to be great. Until next time, thank you for watching these. Keep on blazing.